Scorpio Sun, I adore you. Scorpio Sun, I'll do anything for you. Scorpio Sun is an incredible power. Scorpio is here not to judge or devour. They're here to help because they're sick and tired of their boredom. They've been driving the bus of life for too long. They're the conductor, the coordinator, and the stardom. Scorpio is a star. Scorpio is a great big expanse in this world. Scorpio is something that's not ghoul-like or bored. Scorpio is a great big feeling person. They are something that's united and is structured the way that they are on very good purpose. There's a great purpose to Scorpio energy here because they're so tired of Libra's way of not feeling anything. See, Scorpio feels and Scorpio knows. Scorpio shines, Scorpio glows. Scorpio has the best potential of all because Scorpio doesn't want to be a weird troll. But we think that Scorpio is for a reason, because we are not happy with somebody with so many feelings. We don't understand how somebody can be, how can someone be so much feeling? How can somebody be so honest and brutally revealing? They're healing and they're purifying forever and always. A Scorpio mind is something that bothers because it knows everything and forever will do. Scorpio is something that's incredible for you. A Sun in Scorpio can do no wrong because the Sun in Scorpio has a good idea of life. They live long. They live long, happy lives if they're not worried about who they are. And that's a funny thing. They should just relax and be a star. They are incredible. They are forever bright and perfect. Scorpio energy is something that is not in need of forfeit. It's not in need of drama or any kind of trauma, but the same it does create it. And that's because Libras taught Scorpio that karma bottles up and karma gathers up in bunches. And that is why we live in a world that surrounds itself in crap. It hunches. And that's what Scorpio does a lot. They hunch and look a little bit shady. Well, it's because the Scorpio person knows that perhaps in a world of trash, they are not ready to be real. They are too real for us, Scorpios. They are too real for us to heal. They are so blunt and honest for a reason, because everything in their life has so much bounty of great hope and meaning. They're freeing themselves over and over through every situation. They're not complacent. They're not preoccupied with mental masturbation. They are completely free. They're free of things that we don't understand. A Scorpio Sun is something that will not pretend. They will not pretend to like us if they don't. They will not pretend to want us if they won't. They just know, and that's exactly perfect. And just so, a Scorpio Sun does glow through Earth, that's Taurus. And Taurus Earth is just a person who's for us. This person is not here to really eat or drink. They're just here because that's what they think. They think and know, and they can just know things. They're just forever wondering. Something is not true, something is true. They're not perplexed. A Scorpio Sun has an Earth that's a little dense. This person doesn't really understand the purity of magic. This person doesn't really understand or recognize that feeling that is tragic. They don't really know what it is like to feel complete loss or abandon. And yet, in their life, they will forever summon people who are somehow victims of desire. They will summon karmic slaves by force and fire. They will attract to them a person who is completely left behind just because Scorpio likes to be the one to push aside all limitation and provide this person some kind of a mission. They are the mission growers for us all. Scorpio Sun is no great ghoul or troll. That's Libra, if you believe it or not. Scorpio Sun, someone who's got no desire to breed more fear. For everything's already in us. And this is hard to hear, but when we fear a Scorpio person, it's not because they're angry or jealous. It's because we can't stand the idea of something that's callous enough to tell us exactly what it wants and what it doesn't like. And that's why Scorpio people don't make the awesomest husband or wife, not because they're unworthy, but just because they're over that shit. Because they don't need a contract, because they're done with it. That's why they have many lovers, or perhaps they get obsessed, is because they understand that there's nothing better than just a little bit of sex. Sex, and a sexual being they are. But at the same time, there's a great understanding in this amazing star that sex doesn't bring much interesting things unless a great Kundalini awakening and interlacing it brings. And they are a guru in some ways of the sexual variety, but in a way they're not interested in it because they've got pure sobriety. They've got sobriety, and that's what we do not like. Our society is not ready for somebody who is happy to be a dyke, or somebody who's not really concerned about being an author of a book, and somebody who is a chef just because they kind of like know how to cook, you know? They don't care about who they are. They don't have to pedestal themselves like a Leo. They are just simple people that live their lives to the full. And here we go. Why is a Scorpio always possessed with ideas that are dark? Why do we feel that Scorpio is always somehow stark? Well, that's because we are people. We are. A Scorpio person as a sun sign is by far the most fabulous living example of human devotion. Somebody who's just here, pure of any kind of negative emotion, but they do like to shrug off the stuff that will stick. So if you are making them uncomfortable, they will feel sick. If you are truly trying to tag along, they'll know. If you are not singing the right words to a song, if you are not fully developed in the way of the living, if you are always somebody who is forever deceiving, they live in the world of lies and frustration, and that's why they provide us such great education. Scorpio is not here to be a rebel. Scorpio just doesn't like the way that we go. And look how we go. We live in a world of despair, and that's because Scorpio knows that everything's here because it is there. Scorpio can see how you've been thinking. Scorpio can see exactly why you are sickly. Scorpio can see why you're not worthy. Scorpio can see why you do things in a hurry. They can see why, and they know very well. But what we don't understand about Scorpios is that the hell that they put us through is no hell at all. Libra knows what hell is. Scorpio gives us the fall. And the fall is just the unraveling of truth and revelation. The fall that Scorpio provides is for greater future satisfaction, is for greater emotional improvement on ourselves. Scorpio will not do things in stealth, but sometimes they will appear to. Just because we're not ready to hear the answer. They will put us in a funny prism of perception. Not because they're a liar or some kind of fancy dancer of reality. No. They are completely true. And here we go. Why is Scorpio not seen? It's because Taurus, Earth, doesn't want it to be a dream. There is a need and an attachment to reality, which puts the Scorpio Sun and Taurian Earth, accordingly, on a great polarity. One who has so much good intention is always in a risk of inflammation or infection. There's too much holding on to matters of the mouth. There's too much sensual pleasure and too much bad things for their health. They're looking for derivatives of pleasure. They're looking for something that will bring them not leisure, because they don't like complacency at all. They're looking for the harsh and feeling waves of life. They're looking for the life in us all. They're trying to figure out what life is all about. And this is why their brains are filled with doubt. Because life doesn't make sense when you cannot just enjoy it. But at the same time, with all this drama, you cannot avoid it. As a great purifier of the celestial realm and here on Earth, but Taurian Earth does want a rebirth. This person doesn't want to prod and poke. They just want to sit and joke. There's a really funny side to Scorpio Sun, you see. There's a really funny side that you or me will not see. It's a funny, sarcastic, witchy look on life that makes you systematically enjoy all this strife. When they can share humor with another, they become so much lighter and lovelier and liver. They become simple. They become pure. As a Scorpio Sun understands that everything is just unsure. Everything is just unsure and troubled. And in the laugh of theirs, there's something of a burst. It bursts all bubbles. When a Scorpio laughs and treats things so simply, their life is a lot more easy and a lot less dimply. When a Scorpio can laugh, you know that they're in joy. And when they are in joy, their life improves. And everything that gloom cannot be gloom. It doesn't glooms. It doesn't, even these poems from the deep beyond can't stick, because a laughter of a Scorpio is thick. It cuts through all things, all bullshit. It just becomes completely simple. When a Scorpio is able to laugh, there's no need to tell anything. Anyone, like all these people, they just become useless reminders of oneself. This person doesn't have in the end any need to be demeaning to anyone or stealth or poke at other people's dramas anymore. They just kind of walk around this earth and they're pretty sure in themselves. They just fondle no one else. They just fondle life as a being. They actually find the key to life. They find the key. It doesn't matter if they're bridging worlds. Doesn't matter if they're an alchemist or some kind of a witch. It doesn't really matter, because a Scorpio Sun is that which will be able to completely crack this reality, even if it's like right at the last hours of death. But they will see it and they will laugh and they will have no regrets.